Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's plant that we're going to be talking about is the normal Ficus elastica. So your normal rubber tree. Not the Ficus burgundy, just the normal green variety that you can find basically anywhere. That is very, very common, and yet they are very, very beautiful. Ficus elastica is very easy to care for, especially this one, seeing that it doesn't actually burn if you put it in too much sunlight, and they grow pretty quickly, especially this one, given that you give it the right amount of light. I give my plants round about 2 hours of sunlight, direct sunlight a day, and then it gets about 10 or 8 hours of indirect bright light a day. So you can see behind me here on the window, that's basically where it gets most of its light from. I then water my plants about once a week, or when I feel the soil is dry. Always use my soil moisture meter that I have over here, and that just allows me to ensure that I don't overwater my plants, because this plant is very susceptible to being overwatered, and you will know when you overwater a plant. It will start to drop leaves, leaves will go yellow. Usually yellowing of leaves is overwatering, and crisping of leaves is underwatering. So that's a good way to tell if you're overwatering your plant or you're underwatering plant. And if nothing's happening to your leaves, then you're just doing perfectly. So my plant here is quite tall. It's also, it can be a floor plant, which it is at the moment, and it's still potted in a very small pot, so I should repot it soon, as I'm starting to see aerial roots come through. But I will repot it pretty soon, I guess, when I get the right soil mixtures, because at the moment I don't have any of the right soil mixtures at the moment, so therefore I'm not going to risk just planting it in any odd soil. I want to plant them perfectly in aerated soil. So what I do is I mix peat moss and perlites and potting soil and some cactus mix and some orchid bark, and I'll mix it in, and that's the substrate that I'll plant these plants in. They are very easily propagated. I did prune my plant actually about a year ago now, but you can see I pruned it over here. I just chopped it off above a node, and you can see that it sprung out two beautiful branches, and it has two leaves that are coming through at the moment. They always have these new leaves coming through. But I'll also dust this plant. Like at the moment I need to dust it, so I'll just take warm water and I'll just wipe the leaves. They don't really get any pests. They're a very, very hardy plant. I think they're one of the hardiest plants that you can actually care for in the Ficus family. The Ficus elastica variegata, which is also a bit temperamental when it comes to light because of the variegations. But this plant, you can put it in medium light and it'll be happy. Don't put it in an area that it doesn't get any sun. If your plant isn't doing well, can it see the sky? Then that is probably why it's not doing well. So that's a little rhyme that I like to think to myself if I see a plant that isn't doing well. So like this little philodendron here, it's not doing too particularly well. Can it see the sky? No, so that is probably why. But it's also an easy indoor plant. I'll be making a care guide on that plant soon. So basically I also like top watering my plants, so I'll flush water through it just to prevent any buildup of salts, because top watering, this plant it's not really susceptible to fungus or anything like that. It won't get damaged by anything like that. But it's very easy plant to care for. I did actually burn the leaf by mistake here. It was against the window and we had very, very cold frost, and it basically just burnt the leaf. But that won't kill my plant, that'll just make my plant stronger. I'm not going to cut it off at all, but you can cut it off if you want to. I just don't think that it's very necessary. If you notice that your plant isn't growing at all, which I did notice in a while back, that was probably because I wasn't giving it enough light and I wasn't giving it enough moisture. I sort of neglected it. I left it in the corner and I forgot about it. So now that I have given it the right light, humidity, moisture, and everything, it is now growing well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.